I did take a little bit of time to publish the video, and it's all because I was a bit busy doing 2 rotations in 1 month. We were doing anesthetics and forensic pathology. Okay, fine. So just for a quick introduction for those who do not know me, I am Theodore Mangena, and I am, yeah, they know me by Theo, and I am from the Northern Cape in DR, and I studied in Cuba, in the province of Cienfuegos, and now I am currently doing my 6th year in the University of Cape Town. What is this channel all about? You understand? So what I was thinking, since I was struggling a lot to kind of like adjust up in South Africa in the way they do things, you understand? Because it's totally different. The approaches to diseases is different. So I wanted to kind of like give you guys a bit of insight on how things are done here, and then at the same time inspire you guys, you understand? Inspire you that it is not impossible. It's really not impossible. It's hard work, but not impossible. If you've made it for 6 years in Cuba, why wouldn't you pass here in South Africa, you understand? But there are certain things you need to kind of like familiarize yourself with. So in terms of transition from Cuba to South Africa, number one, language. We have studied our whole medical career, medical life, however you may state it. We have studied it in Spanish. You understand? We do not have any base of medicine in English. And that's the first struggle. And then the other thing is disease demographics. So, I mean, in Cuba, we have studied so much diseases that are endemic in Cuba. For example, dengue hemorrhagic fever. Guys, we know that. Eso fue pan de cada día. Fiebre amarillo. What else can I think about? Insuficiencia cardíaca, hypertension, of which those things are also quite popular here in South Africa. But for example, TB. In Cuba, I haven't seen any patient with TB. A patient with HIV, I saw one patient with HIV in Cuba. And up in South Africa, the casualties are full of TB, HIV, what else? It's full of trauma, from gunshot wounds to being hit by the community, you understand, all these community mob things, and stab wounds, and so we need to familiarize ourselves in terms of that. So this is the Bible in medicine, foundation phase, for students. You understand? It's called the Teleokana. So this book explains to you step by step on how to do a physical examination, and it also includes important pathology in that specific system. You understand? And this book is a mechanism of clinical science. So this one explains you step by step how that specific sign comes about. You understand? And then this one is the South African Medicines Formulary. It has all the drugs that are used, and then it also give you the generic name and the pharmaceutical name. Since up in South Africa they use a lot of pharmaceutical names. I mean, Tina, Cuba, we've always known about Amoxicillin. Okay, amoxicillin is amoxicillin in South Africa, but then they call it co-amoxiclav. And then lansoprazole, and in South Africa they call it Lancelot. You understand that they have all these names. So this book would be nice for you to familiarize yourself with what they also, yeah, so that you're not lost or what you're doing and then you don't know that. So the transition from Cuba to South Africa, guys, it's difficult to transition. There's been a lot of backlash in terms of social media, and some professors in the different universities abati we don't know anything. I was so hurt when this whole social media thing, but they comparing a Cuban student to a nurse in South Africa. Imagine how painful can that be after we have worked so hard, studied under difficult circumstances, not for any other reason but to achieve what we want. We went to Cuba, a totally different country. We had to learn Spanish, study medicine in Spanish, be away from your family for 6 years. Some people are not taking that into consideration. They're just being ruthless and dumb. Sorry for the word, but it's dumb, you understand? Because we have sacrificed so much. And even here in UCT, sometimes I feel like they are oppressing us, but that's not the issue of Kalele. We chose to be doctors for one reason. And even politics in these different universities, they're not supposed to withhold us from what we are hungry for. We want to be called Dr. Fulano. You understand what I'm trying to say? So yeah, I'm not gonna focus on that and what people think in the administration at the university, politics, Yongelondo. I want to give you guys an insight on how to pass, on how to do your exams, and how to prepare yourself for when you guys come back, you understand? So in terms of your the exams, so there's something they call an OSCE. In Cuba we know it as your examen clínico, you understand? So they give you a patient and then you would interrogate the patient, take a history and do your examination and discuss the patient with your assigned examiner. But now there's a twist to it. They give you 7 minutes to do all of that and to take your history, your examination, and talk to the prof and tell them all your findings and what you think it is and how you would manage the patient. But with that Taylor O'Connor book, it's great. It takes you step by step on what to do on in examination, you understand? You get your MCQs, you get your short answer questions, and you get your written exams, you understand? So for you to be able to write or do that exam, you're gonna have to complete a logbook. I heard the new guys who arrived recently, they talked about tarjeta de habilidades. So that's where you have record of everything you have done in that specific rotation. For example, in obstetrics, you need to do 15 deliveries. You need in your gen med, your medicina interna, you need to do a lumbar puncture. You need to do a venosection. You need to do all these types of procedures, you understand? So it will form part of your logbook. And there's also something they call a portfolio exam. Your portfolio exam is you would keep record of all the patients you have seen, you understand? You're gonna clock them. That clocking is like taking a full history, do an examination, have a plan for them, how you would manage them, you understand? So that also forms part as your exam, and it's also a DP requirement for that exam. So that is it. So this year has been a roller coaster. This year has been crazy. So the UCT Cuban trained student program has been changed from 24 months to 18 months, like any other university, in the other assigned universities like UP, Abo, Verts, and all that. So it changed to 18 months, and it happened all of a sudden. And I said that late last year, they just told us, but no, next year we'll be changing. We'll be doing 6 years straight, because Tina sees a UCT, knowing, but no, it's 2 years, and then you'll start your orientation for 6 months, and then you're gonna do the full of 5th year, and then you're gonna do 6th year that other year. So it all changed. So it's been crazy, guys. We've done all our major rotations from January until now. We started off with psychiatry, we did internal medicine, we did pediatrics, we did surgery, we did gyne and ops, we did forensic pathology, we did anesthetics, and now we're doing orthopedics and trauma. So you can imagine, it's all major blocks, you understand? It's huge things. You just need to keep pushing. After being an exam, you're starting with a new block, and AI. And I'm surprised, guys. It's been going good for us. It's been going quite good for us. We are pushing, we are helping each other in that sense, in all we have to do. Yeah, guys, that's what's been popping this year. I do think I started these video publications a bit late, because I had this vision of documenting my experience in that specific rotations, but now, since I've done most of my rotation, I'll just carry on with what I've been doing so far. I'm almost done compiling my anesthetic blocks for you guys, and the forensic block as well, you understand? And then now I started today with trauma and orthopedics. So I was also inspired by this wonderful lady. Her name is Oyama Mfekato. She also has a program. It's called A Life as a UCT student. She's also publishing her videos in YouTube. I'll send you guys the link to her. And I was inspired by her, Ogobane, because I just felt if she can do that, and I wanted to inspire other people, but then I think I can do this as well, and I want to do it for my fellow brothers and sisters in Cuba, and I want to do this for you. So I want you guys to comment on the video and tell me what you guys think and what you guys want to hear more about, and all your critics and how I can make the video channel better. I'm open for any criticism. It is a bit of a hard job, you understand? I need to document my every move, not every move as such, you understand, because I have to respect the patient's privacy, and yeah, it's job, you understand? But then I chose to do this for you guys. I did think for a while I bit more than I can chew, because I'm juggling everything, you understand? I have to study. In the morning I leave at 7:30 and I come back around 4-5 o'clock, and then I need to cook and I need to study, sleep, you understand? But I'm doing this for you guys. So I want you guys to subscribe, tell your friends about it, and yeah, I'll make another video. The next coming video is my experience in anesthetics. Anesthetics is great. It's a possible speciality for me in Malele. It's really interesting. So yeah, you guys should comment on the video and let me know, and then the next video I'll make sure I'll record or tell you guys what you guys want, you understand? Yeah, so thank you very much. Subscribe.